What's going on? It's your boy, Cade Collins. I hope you're having a great day, and it's a happy Friday here in beautiful city of Lafayette. We are working on some assignments here in California, and during the pandemic and the coronavirus, we've had the liberty of taking our business online. So what we wanted to do today was share 6 examples on how to partner with influencers to create content, because this is essentially a strategy, something that you can use in your business. Those that are venturing online because they've literally had to shut down their brick and mortars and they didn't have the opportunity to use their storefront anymore. They had to now position themselves, even if they had decades of experience, in a new light, in a new space. And, doing that online for the first time, one, it can be difficult. Two, it can be confusing because of the amount of information that's mounting out there. And three, it can be a challenge because you do not know who to believe. And it's hard to distinguish the real gurus from the fake gurus. And that's really what we've been doing to embody hope.dev, this idea that we can identify our values and principles and be honest and authentic with our values and principles. And that's something that we're going to dive into in a moment here. So 6 examples on how to partner with influencers and experts to create content. I'm your boy, Cade Collins. Let's get it. Let's get it. Together for us, and essentially it's this concept on how to create content, and the different examples that we can use and we can see. So for all of us that are following the online space, we all know that we need to be publishing, we need to be putting more content out there, and we've been adopting a framework that's allowed us to unlock the ability to publish up to 400 times per week in less than 30 minutes a day. And this isn't necessarily where your business needs to be at. This is something that we've worked a long time to get to, and it became from this process that I'll share more on the collaboration webinar I'm going next Thursday. We're actually doing a great launch, and it's something that you're going to see if you were on our list from hope.dev. You're definitely getting that information. But what I want to do too is just make sure that you guys are seeing the new content that we're going to be putting out at www.cade.tv. This is our YouTube. It's Finding Hope with Creators, and I'm super excited and grateful for all of the collaboration and those that have been involved. We have the privilege of having over 55 affiliate partners, and what we want to talk about real quick is examples on how to partner with influencers and experts to create content. Dave Espino actually shared on our Hope.dev summit that so many people get so overwhelmed with the idea of creating a course or creating content that they think about it as this long-winded 6-month to 1-year process and thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in resources, time, energy spent, and a gamble, right? We don't know what content is going to hit. It's hard for us to predict the market early, and with the ever evolving space on the internet of just content changing so consistently, what is attractive changing so quickly, we really have to use volume. That's a practice that Gary Vaynerchuk actually recommends from VaynerMedia. Putting out over 100 pieces of content every single day for your brand, your business, and yourself. And this is a concept that we've actually, like I said, now we've been able to unlock up to 400 posts per week in less than 30 minutes a day. And in less than 30 minutes a day. And doing this consistently over a long period of time has far allowed us to outreach our impressions that we're making per post. So where we can do this is, using the platforms that we can publish on to give our influencer, our expert, an additional boost in their reach, an additional boost in their impressions, and giving them an opportunity to share their message and share their voice. What have they been cultivating, and what are the content, the strategies, the frameworks that they've been working on, whether they put it in a book, whether they put it in a blog, whether they put it in a post out there. How can you help others get more exposure? And that's really the mindset I want you to be approaching creating content with influencers and experts with. Like, how can you bring more value and far outweigh the value that the other person, at the end of the day, is believing that they far outweigh the value you're bringing? They probably have a list, they probably have followers, they probably have influence, and this is something that you are aspiring. So unless you can bring some true value and far outweigh what they're bringing to the table, there might be an offset value proposition, and it might not look as attractive. So how can you help others become more attractive? How can you help yourself in the value that you're providing be more attractive? These are where we can create evergreen pieces of content through our frameworks, and that's where you can now think about blogs, right? These are real estate on the internet. And, Medium is a great place if you're just starting getting blog posting, because this is something I remember when I was in 2013, we were part of Empower Network, and I was running blogs to get paid traffic on the banner ads, get some paid revenue there. And it was a difficult process. But what I learned from blogging is how important collaboration is to that piece. And when you can understand that you can deliver value through someone else's blog, and they can maybe deliver value through your blog. For example, find what are the top 10 blogs that your customers surround themselves around? Who are the top 10 customers that, Hope, your dream avatar, looks at and uses as resources for their content on a consistent basis? Find those people and try to deliver value and reach out to them, and find how your segment, your framework, and your strategy can be shared with their audience. And how can you make that as simple as possible? So this is coming down to you creating a blog post, an authentic and valuable blog post, reaching out to this influencer and expert that runs this blog, and offering to, host and provide value, and maybe even provide some paid advertising to the blog that you're going to be writing for them, get them more exposure, and get them further and further deeper into the know, like, trust factor of that influencer and expert. So this is a strategy that I would love for you to think about adopting on a podcast as well. Sharing your podcast, and, you might have 3,000 followers, someone might has 2,000 downloads, but if you guys go and co-adapt each other's podcasts and share love and spread the message to each other, a rising tide lifts all boats in this platform. And what you can see is the engagement and a shared audience. So that's the thing, is finding these indirect competitors and, creating an alliance, creating this affiliate alliance. That's the things we're going to be diving into at Cade.tv. That's the things that we're going to be teaching weekly on our web class on Thursdays. And this is something that's so exciting that helped us unlock, partnering with over 50 plus influencers and experts that literally have congregated our dream customers for us. So the decades, the tens of years that they've spent cultivating this relationship, now them sharing us with their audience, with their with the people that they've already forged this relationship, and far outweighing and delivering the value that we could create in a small amount of time, using a lot of their long-winded and long time efforts going and promoting our things, because they know, like, and trust us, and they know we have shared values and principles. So this is something that I want you to think about with YouTube. This is another example on how you can partner with influencers to create content. What are the influencers and experts that are out there creating content on YouTube? What are the keywords that you see? And dive into the comments. What are the questions that you see? How can you solve some problems for these influencers and experts? And what you can do is reach out to them and see if you can be a guest on their show. Can you be a feature in one of their videos? Can you be a sponsor of one of their videos or some of their content as well? And these are things that we need to be thinking about on how can we far outweigh and over deliver more value when we're thinking about these. And one of my favorite ways to do this is something that has unlocked so much potential. One, lead magnets. Two, content that we can use and repurpose. We have over 60 hours of content of high-level coaches, agencies, influencers, and experts coming from the summit model. And this is where batching comes in. And how can you batch? How can we create so much content and batch together? This is something that I want to continually think about. What are you doing to give yourself as much time as possible by creating this content with the right people, and then using a system so you can repackage and repurpose that content so it looks like you are consistently delivering value on all your platforms, to make this so you're unlocking, more time and more relationships and more deeper collaborations, because you've provided this value, you've provided a platform, and you're positioning yourself with these influencers and experts as well. So that's the key with influencer marketing, is how can you position your brand in a way where your dream customer has already thought of this perception, already has this idea of this brand. And if you can create some sort of credibility and some sort of association in their mind with you and that brand or that item, then you can be off to the races and really start to use what the power of the internet is today: a collaboration machine, a content creation machine, and a networking machine. So that's what we've been doing, creating a network, a tight network, where we can now have an affiliate alliance of people that when we want to promote something, we have who to go to. When we want to make something happen and bring it on the map, I know how to get it structured. I know who to partner with. I know where we can make this happen. So when we're thinking about summits, virtual summits, virtual events, but then getting to the exciting space of, in-person masterminds. These are things that so much value can be taken for your business and so much value can be created out of thin air in such a short amount of time. But the amount of content that you can do with a well-structured mastermind. I was at one the other day where there was multiple cameras, but I was thinking, what can you do? What can we do to repackage this, repurpose it? There's so much more out there that you can use as lead magnets to create more of an environment, facilitate this community where people are using their brain in this cohesive network that we're thinking about all the time while we're creating content. So I know I've talked about 6 blog, podcast, YouTube, summit, events, and a course. Dave Espino as well talked about that course. This is a great framework for you. If you really want to find someone and you think it's going to take you months, what you might be able to do is just find someone that has already taught or has the expertise in what you're trying to teach, partner with them, have them create the course, and you give them the infrastructure in the back end. So the email sequences, the funnel building, the domain purchases, the advertising buying, the promotion schedule for the affiliates. These are something that you can bring to the table and you can partner with an expert. For example, a mechanic. If you were trying to take apart an engine, instead of you trying to figure out how to do that yourself, partner with a mechanic that already can and has the ability, has the credibility to be able to teach this with them. And you bring your marketing services, you bring your copywriting services, your email sequences as a partner to this. And that's creating content. But not only is that creating content, it's creating content that you can monetize and use to create a sustainable income stream for your business and for your lifestyle. So, we've talked about 6, and that's what I said, 6 examples on how to partner with influencers to create content. We have a blog, podcast, YouTube, summits, events, courses. These are amazing things that I love. I've seen so many great results, one for our own business, but it's what so many other gurus that I see and I respect because they're being able to do it for a long period of time. I see so many flashes in the pan. How can you stay consistent and do this for a long period of time? So much of it has to do with the relationships. So much of it has to do with the partners that you're creating content with. And so much of it has to do with how well you're positioning yourself into the brains of your customer on a daily basis. So what can we do as well? I like to over deliver. So let's talk a little bit more about 2 more options. A lead magnet. A lead magnet is actually something that when you think about your dream customer, your avatar, your hope, who is hope to your business and who can your services be hope to? These are where we want to think about your lead magnets. And your lead magnets are some sort of a magnet that is attracting someone into your business. It's solving a certain problem, right? It's like what K.TV is for some people. If you go again to the link below, www.K.TV, you're going to see content that's showing people how to create content, software, resources, how to write copywriting, how to, build your infrastructure and build your business from scratch online, and how to get this going in 2021 when there's so much uncertainty and bring your message and your voice at scale. That's what we're delivering at K.TV. And if you wanted to create some sort of resource for someone, like what we've done with the, little courses here and there, our summits, this is a great lead magnet that gets someone into your world. And the one that's really perfected the idea of a lead magnet, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm sure I'm going to have linked below, is Russell Brunson, his frameworks in .com secrets, expert secrets, traffic secrets, and the creation of a lead magnet. I remember the One Funnel Away challenge, someone like Steve Larson as well. I'm going to link these cats below. I'm going to link One Funnel Away challenge down below as well. Go check that out because it is something that, can absolutely revolutionize how you think of marketing, how you think of competitive research, and, how you think of yourself as a creator in 2021. But lastly, something I wanted to share is like a webinar. This is where Russell Brunson, again, has created his framework of the perfect webinar. And how can you create a consistent schedule where you are delivering content and value and delivering it in a way where you're telling captivating stories that helps people, really solve their problems and understand their need better than they ever saw before. And this is something I'm working on. So that's why I'm challenging myself to get in front of a camera, talk, get this out. See, there wasn't as many stories as I would have loved to have in this, but we're going to continue to create an environment where the content that we're putting out there is helping others, like we're doing with examples on how to partner with influencers to create content. We've talked about creating blogs, co-opting blogs, co-opting podcasts, creating content for YouTube's summit events, creating courses, finding an expert, partnering with them on the marketing side, creating lead magnets, some ideal piece of content or some value add that you can deliver to someone that gets them into your world to help them see all of the other services that you can offer on the back end to help solve the problems that they might not even be aware that your new solution created for them. So that's where, think about that as well. When you bought a new computer, let's say it was a MacBook, in the last couple of years, it probably didn't come with Microsoft Word. So what does that mean? You're going to have to find some other solution. That's why Google Docs, by the way, is a life changer. So long story short, that's where we're going to be delivering software, resources, copy, creation, ideas on how you can partner with influencers to create content and how you can create a content creation machine out of your own lifestyle. That's really the goal here. And I am so happy and grateful to be doing this with y'all. So long story short, Let's Make It Happen is Friday. We are finishing this up. This is going to be uploaded to YouTube next. If you didn't see, now you see. It is www.cade.tv. We have Finding Hope with Creators, and I'm your host, Cade Collins. I'm so happy and grateful to be spending this time with you. Let's make it happen. I'll see y'all later tonight. And shout out to Emily D. Baker. I'll be moderating your channel later tonight too. Peace.